Good evening, Raider Nation, and welcome to another pulse-pounding edition of Silver and Black Spotlight. I'm your host, Jax Harlan, coming to you live from the electric glow of Allegiant Stadium, though tonight, our boys in black are hitting the road under the bright lights of Monday Night Football. Picture this, the Las Vegas Raiders, once riding high with playoff dreams, now staggering into AT&T Stadium like a boxer on the ropes after 3 straight knockouts. 7 losses in their last 8 games. Folks, can this proud franchise, born in the gritty streets of Oakland, reborn in the neon desert of Vegas, find the spark to turn the tide against a heartbroken Dallas Cowboys team? Or will the Cowboys channel their grief into gridiron glory? Buckle up, because we're diving deep into what could be the defining moment of the Raiders' 2025 season. Let's roll! Alright, let's kick things off with a headline that's got every silver and black heart racing. The Raiders limp into Dallas riding a brutal skid, facing a Cowboys squad desperate to honor a fallen teammate. Las Vegas started the year with such promise. Remember that electric Week 1 upset over the Chiefs? Gardner Minshew slinging it to Davante Adams for 150 yards, Max Crosby sacking Patrick Mahomes like he was yesterday's news. But fast forward to now, and it's a different story. 3 consecutive defeats, including that gut-wrenching overtime loss to the Chargers where the defense blew a late lead. 7 L's in 8 tries. The offense is sputtering, averaging just 17 points over the last month, while the defense, once a Crosby-led wrecking crew, is leaking like a sieve. And tonight, prime time against Dallas, who just endured their bye week in the shadow of tragedy. Defensive lineman Marshawn Kneeland, a rising star drafted out of Western Michigan last year, tragically passed away during that off week. Heartbreaking stuff. The Cowboys aren't just playing for wins, they're playing for something bigger. Nationally, the experts aren't giving the Raiders much love. Over at NFL.com, analyst Ali Bunpuri joined a unanimous panel picking Dallas to win. Unanimous. That's how far the perception has fallen for our silver and black. Bunpuri put it perfectly when he said, and I'm quoting here, "The Cowboys enter this primetime game with extremely heavy hearts after the tragic death of Marshawn Kneeland during the team's Week 10 bye. It feels trivial now to talk about matchup comparisons, defensive coverages, or point spreads. Man, that hits hard. Football's a game, but life's bigger." Yet, as Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer said midweek, the team isn't moving on, they're moving forward. And Bunpuri predicts they'll do it with fire, led by that high-flying passing attack. Now, let's break this down like we're in the film room, because this matchup is a classic clash of styles. On one side, you've got the Raiders' identity, that smash-mouth, hard-hitting defense rooted in the legacy of legends like Howie Long and Ted Hendricks. Remember the Soul Patrol back in the 70s? Those guys terrorized quarterbacks en route to Super Bowl XI. Fast forward to today, and Max Crosby is carrying that torch. He's got 8.5 sacks this season, folks, despite double teams on nearly every snap. But here's the rub. Vegas ranks 28th in the league against short and intermediate passes. They're giving up chunk yards after the catch like it's going out of style. Dallas. They've got weapons galore. CeeDee Lamb, that speed demon out of Oklahoma, is on pace for another 1,200-yard season. Pair him with Brandon Cooks and rookie sensation Jalen Tolbert, and if the Cowboys' O-line, led by future Hall of Famer Zach Martin, can neutralize Crosby even a little, it's bombs away. Offensively for the Raiders, it's been a tale of 2 seasons. Early on, Davante Adams was unstoppable. Think 12 catches for 172 yards and 2 touchdowns in that Week 3 thriller against the Broncos. But injuries have piled up. Brock Bowers, the rookie tight end who's been a revelation with his YAC ability, that's yards after catch, for you new fans, is nursing a hamstring. Jacoby Myers is questionable with a shoulder ding. And the run game. Zamir White has flashes of that Marcus Allen explosiveness. Remember Allen's 191-yard masterpiece in Super Bowl XVIII. But the line's been porous, allowing 42 sacks league-wide. Gardner Minshew's been sacked 28 times himself. Compare that to last year's Raiders squad under Antonio Pierce, who went 8-9 but showed grit in rivalries. This year, they're 3-7 heading in, dead last in the AFC West behind the surging Chiefs, 7-3, and those pesky Chargers. Statistically, it's grim. The Raiders are 31st in third down conversion rate at 32%, and their red zone efficiency is a paltry 48%. Dallas, even after a disappointing week themselves, losing to the Eagles in a shootout, boasts the NFL's 6th-ranked passing offense, averaging 265 yards per game. Bun Puri nailed it. If Dallas' offensive line can contain Max Crosby as much as possible, I believe the Cowboys' talented receivers will find plenty of YAC opportunities against a Raiders defense that's among the league's worst against short and medium passes. And in that scenario, the Raiders' offense isn't built to keep pace. But wait, there's more to this story. Let's talk history and heart. The Raiders-Cowboys rivalry isn't as heated as our blood feuds with Kansas City or Denver, but these interstate clashes have produced classics. Remember 2021's Thanksgiving thriller in Vegas? Derek Carr, the former face of the franchise, now slinging it in New Orleans, orchestrated a wild overtime win. Or go way back to Super Bowl XII in '78, when the Cowboys edged the Raiders 27-10, Dallas' second title, but it fueled Oakland's revenge in Super Bowl XV. Fast forward to the Vegas era. Allegiant Stadium's debut in 2020 was pandemic empty, but now? Raider Nation packs 65,000 strong, with celebs like Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg repping the colors. Pop culture tie-in. Did you know the Raiders pirate logo inspired everything from video games to that iconic scene in Any Given Sunday? And trivia alert. Las Vegas is the only NFL team to have played in 3 different home cities: Oakland, Los Angeles, and now Sin City. In depth on the players. Max Crosby, the madman from Eastern Michigan, is the soul of this defense. He's played 99% of snaps this year. Insane durability. Opposite him, Christian Wilkins, the big free agent splash from Miami, has 4.5 sacks but needs to step up in run support. On offense, Adams, traded from Green Bay in '22 for a king's ransom, is still elite at 32, with 45 catches despite the chaos. Coach Antonio Pierce, in his second full year, preaches that Raider way: tough, resilient, no excuses. But the locker room's tested. Fictional quote from a veteran leader say, Robert Spillane, "We've hit rock bottom, but that's where legends are forged. Dallas is hurting. So are we. Time to fight like hell." Expert opinion time. Let's channel some fictional analysts. Hall of Fame voter turned pundit, Lena Vargas, chimes in, "The Raiders' season hangs by a thread. If they can't protect Minshew and force turnovers, Dallas QB Dak Prescott has thrown 8 picks this year, they're toast." But Crosby versus the Cowboys line? That's must-see TV. Prediction: Raiders cover the +7 spread if the defense forces 2 takeaways. Another take from fan-favorite podcaster, Rico, the Raider Mendoza. "Nation, this is our Al Davis moment. Just win, baby." Upset alert. Raiders 27, Cowboys 24 in a thriller. Implications? Huge. A loss drops Vegas to 3-8, all but burying playoff hopes in a loaded AFC. The draft pick climbs. Maybe a top 5 selection for a franchise QB or edge rusher. Win. It reignites the fire, boosts morale heading into a soft stretch against the Falcons and Jaguars. For Dallas, victory honors Neyland and keeps them in NFC East hunt. Seasonally, the Raiders are 1-4 on the road. A primetime road win would echo that 2002 Super Bowl run under John Gruden. Predictions from yours truly. I see emotion fueling Dallas early, but Crosby gets a strip sack in the 4th. Adams hauls in a 50-yarder. Raiders pull it out 23-20. Call it a gut feeling from the desert. Raider Nation, don't miss a snap. Tune in Monday at 8:15 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Grab your gear, rally the crew, and let's flood social with #JustWinBaby. This is Jax Harlan signing off. Commitment to excellence starts now. Stay loud, stay proud.